Hey, Thursday, the 15th of January, 2026. I don't often have a strange day. I feel and I am very, very blessed. But some of the people around me, maybe not so much. I had a nice man working for me who wasn't able to show up Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday. So Bishop went out to the barn to let the chickens out so they wouldn't starve. The cat fends for himself. The horse is boarded, saw her yesterday. The dogs are gone. But anyway, I come out here and sit on my observation deck. You know, when things get weird, or I don't like to get stressed because I let God handle everything. But still, it's suspect when somebody doesn't show up for work and their emergency contact doesn't answer the phone or text, "Welcome to 2026." So, you know, I bond with people, I get close to people, and I really liked him. He helped me beautify the ranch after the previous female foreman literally trashed it and caused thousands in damage to the barn and the campground and the guest cabin. And he fixed the drainage and the plumbing and the deck and threw out like 20 full dumpsters of crap. He was a godsend. I sure hope he's okay. I don't think he's friends with me on Facebook. But if you are, Jesus, prayers. Yeah, his name's Jesus. He doesn't like to be called that. So I call him Jay or Zeus. But anyway, it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood as we gaze upon my lower 50 acres. The wildlife preserve, we call it the Pie Forest, where thousands of animals, maybe hundreds of species of animals, reptiles, birds, and insects run wild and free. No hunting, no trespassing. This is what my life's become. And it's so quiet. The reason why I live here is because of the serenity. There's no chaos. Why, if you create any chaos in the sea of serenity, it gets really, really obvious. But anyway, there's not a whole lot of work to do on the ranch these days. Jay was finishing up some drainage. We need to cap it and fill the trench. So I'll either get somebody in here to help me do that if he ends up missing, and or have my son do it, finish up his work, because he pretty much did everything I needed him to do. But I wanted him to shellac the deck. There's a whole lot of things I wanted him to do. He was a classic out of a Craigslist ad, hundreds of responses. He won the Pie Ranch Lotto. But anyway, as you can see, I'm a little solemn today because I like when things run well, when there's balance, when there's consistency, and when things get off whack, there's no peanut butter and chocolate, organic in a jar to spoon out, like I did when I was 10, right? So it's observation deck. See, that's the Lilac Road down there. There's a truck down there. And then all those trees on this side of the road is my property. 2,400,000 square feet of land that's shaped like the state of Pennsylvania. It's pretty much a big rectangle. I'm pretty proud of myself. I might not bond or get along that well with people, except for the 75,000 of you that might be watching. But I have a thing with animals because I was initiated in the Chiricahua Apache medicine realm in the 80s when I went on KFOX, KTNF, KROQ. And I carried that with me. So hence the reason why I have a horse and I built a totem. Hi, Shar. And I have a wildlife preserve So there can be no developing, no killing, no murder. There can be one place on Earth where animals can live free. But see, you could film a Jurassic Park down there, you see? Because I'm pretty sure dinosaurs roamed this area, along with dozens of indigenous tribes. They're everywhere, man. I'm surrounded by casinos. I decided to go live instead of make a reel. I'll save it. It'll be deleted in 30 days so Zuckerberg can save bandwidth. Ooh, there's a hawk. He's not close enough. Well, maybe I can get him. There he is. See the hawk? Come over here, buddy. I think it's a red tail. I really like the red tail. I've gotten pretty close to the red tail hawks. What, like maybe 12 feet away? Anyway, I'm going to divert and distract myself from what's going on in Iran and Minnesota. They're lucky I'm not president because 2 tactical nukes. Tehran gone, Minneapolis gone. I'm just kidding, joking, not really. No, it's like human beings are so parasitical. Oh, and they have religions, and they have a deity, and they're murderous, and they're rapists, and they believe in all kinds of stuff. I believe there's salvation for the soul. I think the spirit comes to earth pure and clear and is aberrated, tainted, distorted into good or evil. And that's why it's such a gauntlet. Life is such a gauntlet because you don't know what you're going to get. It's like a box of chocolates. Is this person good or are they evil? Do they have parasites or herpes? Do they have gonorrhea? Are they easily impregnable? And yeah, it's these little babies. These human babies are one of the few infants that are born helpless. If you're a giraffe or a horse or a wildebeest, you have to be born running. I don't know if you've ever seen the birth of a baby giraffe, but they have to start walking within minutes of them coming out of mama. Now, human babies, they can't do anything. Talking about the most vulnerable and helpless creature on earth is an infant human. And then in a war or in a conflict where you're being hunted, they give away your position. What are you going to do? Gag the baby? Oh, man. Imagine having 5 kids in the apocalypse? Is that what this is, an apocalypse? Maybe. I don't much care for Neptune at 29 Pisces. It's square the dickens out of my Uranus. And that's why I accentuate on whatever it takes to be confident and have fun. Like when I go out with Erica, my driver, my Gemini, once a week. Oh, man, we have a boat. We're on vacation once a week. We eat great. We drive around. We visit. We do chores. We laugh our asses off. You have a Neptune square Uranus to the 9th, which is supposed to be your happiness house. I could be one clinically depressed person. Doctors trying to send me applications, wound centers. My legs healed up. My neuropathy is gone. I reversed my diabetes. My glucose and A1C are normal. My blood pressure is normal. I'm off meds. But the AMA and my doctor keep sending me meds and procedures. I ain't going to do it. Still a free country, right? Knock, knock. But anyway, here I sit in the deck of the Pi Ranch Plus 50 with my cane and my sunglasses. And I'm sucking up what people pay hundreds of thousands of dollars for on vacation to go somewhere, to have some peace and quiet, and to get a $1 billion view like that, which I have every day and every night. Praise God. I'm pay enough tax for it, right? Oh, I love taxes. Man, if I was king of the world or president, there'd be no taxes. Everybody would share. It would be barter. Not communism or socialism. But if the government wanted to fund itself, it would go into business. I don't care if it had whorehouses and marijuana clubs or bars, fund the country with business and not take hardworking people's money, huh? Vote for me, right? I'm a little bit too old. Trump is like eating Diet Cokes all day long, cheeseburgers, hamburgers, candy, sugar, healthy as a horse, a year older than me, walking around, running around. I think it's the exercise. It's the golf. It's the going up and down the flight stairs on the planes. He doesn't sleep. Maybe he's a hybrid. Maybe Trump is a reptilian or dragonian hybrid. It's pretty smart. He's trying to restore balance to the human race, and people don't like it. We want chaos, President. We don't like a balance. Who am I with? Hey, Joe, my new buddy, the one with the opinion. Susan, Bishop, my phone is about to die. Okay, here lies Susan's phone. John's wife? Yeah. Let's see. The phone's name was Roberta. She was a good phone. She was smart. She was flexible. She took really good pictures. We're going to bury that sucker so we don't get radioactivity from it. I'm sorry, Susan. Susan, you can come back and watch this later. And by order of Emperor Zuckerberg, it's going to be here for 30 days unless they glitch me and delete me now. Welcome to America 2026. But anyway, who has the opportunity to walk away from stress, anger, debacle, cataclysm, and just sit out here in an observation deck and enjoy the serenity and the view? I mean, I got to share that because I know a lot of you are wrangled with stress from your family, your kids, your job, the news, your neighbors, the dog, chronic ailments that we're all possessed. Yeah, and you know what? There's a chemtrail. There's one dang chemtrail. See it? It's not enough. There's two people that live on 53 acres, and that warrants one. When that starts coming down to earth, when that chemtrail starts dropping, I'm gonna be in the house locked up and airtight. I ain't breathing that stuff in. You want to know why the world's gone mad? I'll give you one answer. Chemtrails. Who the hell ever wondered what they were doing to us? Hide in plain sight, right? Put something in the chemtrails to change the course of the planet forever, and no one ever does anything about it. No one ever tries to change it or stop it. Thousands of planes flying every day, costing hundreds of millions of dollars, spreading this crap over my ranch. Oh, I wish I had an RPG that went that high or saw that son of a bitch that dropped that chemtrail. And here I thought there were none today. Can you get through one frickin' day anywhere on planet Earth without them dropping some kind of... Yeah, I want to explain something to you. You all know what genetically modified organisms are, right? Yeah. Well, guess what? They've been modifying lettuce and celery and tomatoes, and they trying hard to modify us, folks. What's in the water, what's in the food, what's in the vaccines, what's in the chemtrails. How do you think a biologist, a scientist, modifies someone's DNA? Let's see. Let's inject them with it. We'll call it the COVID-19 vaccine. We need to give them 5 boosters. Let's put it in all the genetically modified food and the hot dogs and the hamburgers and the flour. Yeah, let's put it in the flour because everyone eats bread, pasta, rice, potatoes. And don't forget, let's put it in the water supply. Let's put, you know what? It's horrific to think that we have something on this earth that is killing us, exterminating us in plain sight, and we do nothing about it. And here I am upset because my beautification expert hasn't reported to work for 3 days. And I had to get my black ass up to the barn to open up the chicken coop because they didn't have any food up there. Mo, Larry, and Curly come out there. They want to eat some chicken feed. They need to eat some insects. So, and little old Bishop needs to come out to the observation deck and get a $1 billion view because he's worried about the chickens and the beautification expert. Tough day, right? And then on top of that, I get a freaking... Oh, there's another one. what's going on here? They know I'm broadcasting, so they're dropping chemtrail. The reason why I moved here, one of thousands, is because I didn't like the tic-tac-toe chemtrails that were being dropped over Inglewood, California. Can you imagine what they drop on St. Louis, the murder capital of America? They make people that are a certain DNA or whatever want to kill each other. Oh, and then there's the 5G, right? They give us all of these. They give us all these devices, communication devices, and then they hook us up to these terror towers, I call them, that can manipulate, maybe explode, kill you with the phone, and or manipulate your thoughts and your bodies and your health because of all the metals in your body. So my question to you is, what the fuck is going on? What kind of planet is? What was I thinking when I came to Earth? Hello, Lord. Yes, this is Bishop. Let me change. Yes, Bishop. What was I thinking coming here? Well, you were a bad angel, and we needed to send you somewhere so you would get, figure it out. Yeah, but I'm fin to figure it out over here, Lord. But yeah, this is bullshit. There's some crazy motherfuckers in this place. Yeah, well, life goes on one day at a time there, Bishop. Lord, yes. Is there any way out of this? Well, one day you're going to die, and that's the gateway out. Yeah, but am I far enough away? Am I safe at the fire end? Well, no one on Earth is really safe. They're invulnerable to the effects of karma and chemtrails, Bish. Is this how you talk to God? You know what? To be honest with you, it is. I have found that if you want to talk to Hashem, God's got a good sense of humor, that he will answer. I mean, it might not be, excuse me, get choked up. Don't tell him the truth. I'm trying not to. I think you are. Now, sometimes the advice you get from the Lord from within, when you talk to God and it answers within you, a lot of people will tell you that they talk to God and that they listen. Dude, I am living proof. All of this around you, the pool and the house and the car and the truck and the birds and the horse. I mean, he provides, and it's a consistency. It's a cooperation that I try to do good. I try to pray. I try to say praise. I try to help people when I can. I try not to abuse. I try not to be mean. I try not to yell and scream. I try not to rage or control or manipulate or rob or kill or harm or commit adultery. The 10 Commandments. Okay? Oh, yeah. Well, we all killed Satan a long time ago. I guess the myth remains. Yeah, even if you throw an angel into the lava lake, it won't end well. So people think that Satan is like this immortal, anti-deity. Oh, there's another. That's a chicken hawk. See it? Here, chicken hawk, hawk. But anyway, people think that, this thing is like God. It's not. Now, I do believe that you can be what's called oblivion. They had a movie, I really enjoyed it. It was Ghost Rider with Nicolas Cage, where he blew this evil guy who thought he was the Antichrist into oblivion. He got the devil's gun that literally dissolves your soul and removes your existence. It's a pretty trippy movie. I love Nicolas Cage and Ghost Rider. I said Ghostbuster. Ghost Rider is like maybe one of the best combination of movies. I believe it. But anyway, sometimes I feel like the Ghost Rider, but I sold my motorcycle long ago. Here I sit, brokenhearted, trying to return to normalcy when the whole world has gone mad. Now, that's why One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest won an Academy Award, because it's Earth. And I'm the one. The Indian's going to take the sink, throw it to the wall. I'm going to jump through. Yeehaw! No, you know, I'm lucky. I'm lucky to still have a mind, still have a brain, still have 20/20 vision. I don't need glasses. My phone's about to die. Oh my God, it's beautiful. Susan's gotten stronger. What 77-year-old man can read like that? Come on. That's work. That's God's work. But you know, look at this guy. This guy has a big truck. It's disturbing my peace. Shut up, truck. Who do you think you are coming up here with your diesel engine? Oh my God, I just pulled up a whole list. Everybody was watching. I got 71,000 followers and 3.9 thousand friends and 12 watching. Is my feed restricted? Okay, let me call up Zuckerberg. Hello, Mark. Yeah, this is your fraternity brother, Farley Malloris, Logan Bishop, right? Mark, are you restricting my frickin' feed again? Why? Because I'm a MAGA conservative Christian Republican and it makes you nauseous? That's not my problem, Mark. Welcome to the zoo. Welcome to Planet Terror, or whatever this is. Zuckerberg, I don't know what you think is happening, but all the things you've done to hurt people, that comes back on you. It may not end well for you, Mark. I'm not predicting any negatives, but open up my feed. But anyway, this all started out when Jay didn't call or text today. He said he had 2 days he missed. But you see, the good news is he doesn't live here, so I don't have to worry about him and his property. The second thing is he cleaned the ranch up, 90%. Only thing we didn't finish is the drain, which I just need to cap and fill. The third thing is he's been easy to work with for a couple months. And the fourth thing is my horse is boarded with family, and I'm safe and happy and healthy with reversed chronic health conditions. Now, what more could you ask? And see, that's why I talk to God. Because I get answers from God to stabilize my life in this madhouse. And you know, you have to be raised by two people like B and Fred. The reason why I don't go by Malloris is because of them. Oh, I don't want to be reminded. I'm Logan Bishop. People that call me Farley really don't know me. Farley's the dog's name. But anyway, I think that basically, I believe in the power of the mind, but I believe in the power of God. And I believe that a lot of people wallow, their relationship doesn't work and they grieve it forever. Get over it. Life goes on. It was only an illusion anyway. This is all a big matrix hologram anyway. What are you worried about? Forget about it. Don't worry about it. People die. The cat dies. And then people follow into a state of depression for months because Mimsy died. I love... You know what? It all goes into the sacred soup at the end. Little drops of soup come out into these bodies and experience these lives. Then you die and it just goes back into the ocean, the well of the souls. Oh yeah, one big giant I am, the well of the souls. How would you know that, Bishop? Because I talk to the Lord frequently, and he discusses it with me. That's all there is in this universe is one big soul, and that's it. That's all it is. It's only one. It's all alone, all by myself. Seriously, the Yahweh, the Hashem entity, is all there is, in all levels. Now it may come in infinite expression, but if you want to make it any more complicated than that, yes, there are dark sides to that cell that we can call oblivion, and there are light sides to that cell that we can call a heavenly state or an ascension. Well, I am channeling like a motherfucker. This stuff is really coming out of me today. It's the chemtrail. It's the chemtrail. No, but Robin Williams. Speaking of that, Robin Williams died on my birthday. I think on 2014 or 15, a year before Mom died. We come out of Joffrey's in Malibu, a favorite place where I used to go up and see my buddy Dolph Lundgren. say, "Hey, Dolph, having some lunch, bro?" We go, "Yeah, bitch, I'm having a little lunch." He didn't talk. The guy from Rocky did not talk like that, but he would usually go, give me a salute like he was in the Marines or something. Little guy. You would think he was taller than Sly, but Sly was little. Sly's like 5'7", Dolph maybe 5'10". Anyway, I was with Robert Downey once in a parking lot. He's about 5'7". I met him when he was having problems. Iron Man Robert Downey Jr. What a trip to know Iron Man, right? I met Jeff Goldblum in New York at the airport. A little bit of an asshole, you know. I thought, for me being such a huge fan of his, come on, The Fly, Jurassic Park, Independence Day, Goldblum's the best. He may be one of the best actors. I've been really lucky to rub elbows, going to the racetrack with Mickey Rooney and my dad. Oh, Mickey frickin' Rooney, dude. Sitting right there next to you, talking horses. He was great. I loved Mickey Rooney. I met Joan Rivers. I went to her, one of these parties she had. That was before I was on the Late Show. She wasn't running the Late Show anymore. John Mulrooney, one of my closest friends in Jersey, and Arsenio Hall, the bigoted, egotistical friend of mine, were there. But I met Joan Rivers. The very best meeting I ever had was Debbie Reynolds in Vegas. ABC7 sent me to Vegas. I had the flu. Man, that was the hardest thing I ever did. Going to Vegas and interviewing Debbie Reynolds right before her casino went bust and trying to give her good news. And this is Princess Leia's mom, right? Debbie frickin' Reynolds. I blew that out the water. Rest in peace, Debbie. I love you. I think, no. It was Patton. Spending 30 days with George C. Scott in the Caribbean and all over the world on the QE2 in 1982. I was his valet. I played chess with him. I brought him triple scotches. He was drunk. His wife was walking around, she was upset all the time. But he was the best. Imagine being with Patton for a month. It was fun. So yeah, I've been so blessed with that, with everything. I was blessed in love and life and romance, diversity. I wanted to experience Earth. Mission accomplished. And do you ever want to come back? No. No, thank you. Oh, man. It's not that Earth isn't beautiful and has its good points, but oh my God, what a food chain and what a competition. And, human beings are one of the few species that kill each other. Self-extermination is at an all-time high. It's an art. Look at this. There's a new chemtrail. See, it's sad. Guy moves out here 140 miles from LA, 100 miles from San Diego to try to escape all this poison. But they're killing us worldwide. I know we're all headed to the same place. I don't know whether it's the government or aliens or the people that created this matrix or whatever, but somebody is changing the programming. Oh, the chemtrail's starting to come down. I went through one in a boat once, a low-level chemtrail. Probably messed me up. Well, anyway, I sure appreciate those of you that found me today. A little bit of a lonely day because my beautification guy is missing. I don't know whether the police, no offense, but they're pretty helpless. The police are good people. They're there to clean things up and to try to, I don't know. I'm not sure. I love the police, don't get me wrong, but the question is like, what is that about? You don't know what kind of policeman you're dealing with. Is he honest? Is he a Republican? Is he a liberal? Is he an atheist? Does it matter? Yes, it does matter. See, so all these predator birds, the turkey vultures and the red-tailed hawks and the chicken hawks and the golden eagles and hundreds of species of hummingbirds, they're all down in the pine forest down there. And I could come up here So I haven't had breakfast yet. I got all these steaks. I got Wagyu steak. I've been on steak. Steak's secret to me being healthy and no sugar, no bread, no rice, no pasta. And here I am. Here I am. Look at this. Some people 77, like Tommy Lee Jones, they have like a road map. It's like they walk around and they're like all wrinkled. Now I don't have much hair, right? But I